Okay, quick little tutorial how to use Automator to batch resize and rename your photos. So this is my location right here, Malus Haven. Um, Cute little office. And as you can see, the photos are pretty big, 1.4 megabytes, and we're going to shrink them first. So first thing I'm actually going to do is just duplicate, copy this folder so I can safely have access to my original photos for archiving or whatever. And then this is my copy. I'm going to open Automator. Okay, select new document. Here we go, workflow, choose workflow. Scroll down to files and folders. So here's the one that I want to work with. I highlight, I select all, and I take these photos and I drag and drop them over into the workflow. First thing I'm going to do is batch rename them. So rename Finder items down here, double click. I don't need to add to make another copy of this because I've already made a copy of that folder. Make sequential, select make sequential, choose new name. It's called Malus Haven, so I'm just going to call it MH, each JPEG, separated by an underscore, which is just my personal preference. Make all numbers 4 digits long in case we go over 100. I don't want things to get weird, and then hit run. Now that's just done it pretty much in an instant. There you go. Okay, and so now all these photos, their names have changed to that. Next step, I want to drag these back into here. This is to batch resize. Select photos, scroll down to scale images and double click. Again, I don't need a copy of this, so I'm going to just hit no there. I'm going to reduce these to 1400 each, these photos, and run it. This now takes a little bit longer because, you know, it's creating those new smaller images. But, you know, again, you've got the originals, so if your designer asks for high resolution photos, you have them. But I think for most purposes, this size should be totally adequate. You know, more than adequate, I would say. So they're going to go from like 1.5 to 2 megabytes to like 300 to 500 kilobytes, something like that. Looks perfectly fine on any computer screen or any device. Looks good, in fact. So that's it. Takes a little bit longer, but now that's done. And let's go back into that folder. So hold on, it's still doing its thing. There we go. Okay, so it's, hold on a minute, why are these? Oh, okay, it's still doing, okay, now it's actually finished it. As you can see, these images are much smaller in size, much more manageable. Okay, and then lastly, if you want to change the types of images, like say you've been screen capturing a bunch of stuff online and they're PNG files or TIFF files or whatever, then get all your screenshots with all those weird names, right? And then drag them back into the workflow. You're already on photos. And then change type of images. Select that. Again, don't add. So change type of images to, I want JPEGs, please. Run that. Perfect. And now all these are JPEGs. And then obviously you'd want to change the names to something better. All right, have fun.